let's see. We're going to talk about what he had to say. I'm going to give my opinion of Barack Obama and this whole election. As y'all see, I'm Team Trump. I've been Team Trump since 2015. So, there's that. So y'all know how I feel about him. This will be my third time voting for Trump. So it is what it is. Yeah. So other than that, how y'all doing today, man? Y'all good? Y'all good? I hope so. I hope everybody had a decent weekend. Mine got a little crazy. I had to deal with some car issues for my daughter. So got a little hectic with that. My daughter, she had a car accident, so we had to deal with that. And then we had the hurricane last week. Fortunately for me, I kind of live in a sweet spot area where we got minimal damage from the last, I would say, 5 or 6 hurricanes since I've been living full time in Florida. So I've been pretty fortunate. Yeah. And this time, I mean, it was minimal damage as well. Like I got a few things I got to work on, with the house from the hurricane, but it could have easily been a lot worse. Could have been like the situation I saw up there in Georgia, North and South Carolina, uh, and a few other places that got hit hard with that tornado action. Could have been like Tampa or Fort Myers last year when I don't think it was Debbie, because Debbie was this year. Ian tore Fort Myers up. So, yeah. So check it out. I'm doing this on StreamYard, kind of testing everything out on StreamYard to see how this would go doing it this way rather than doing it with OBS. I like OBS because I feel like OBS allows you to do a lot of stuff, but I want to get to the point where I start doing panel discussions, and you can't really. Well, you can do it with OBS, just not real solid on how. So that's my situation with OBS, and until I figure out how to get that done, I'll probably be using StreamYards more. So there's that. You know what? I feel like I need some background music. like some theme music or something like that. I'll look into that. Look into some things to add into OBS. I mean, StreamYards. I really don't know StreamYards all that well, but I'll take the time to learn. So it is what it is. Yeah. I'm looking at some stuff on this phone, trying to get some stuff figured out. So anyway. So the homeboy, Barack, apparently Barack Obama thinks he's king of the Negroes. He thinks he's king of the Negroes. He thinks he is the Negro wrangler. He's the head Negro in charge. He is the boss of all Negroes. He thinks he's the Negro king. This dude, man. Hey, listen, Barack. you made some, speech chiding black men for not wanting to vote for Kamala Harris. I can't speak for everybody, but I can tell you why I don't want to vote for her. She's already been in office for 3 years, and she hasn't done anything but try to subvert this country's security with illegal immigrants, with invaders, because that's what they are. They're illegal invaders. And she has been electioneering through prosecution of Donald Trump. She's been waging lawfare by proxy against Donald Trump. And other than that, she's been drinking and making word salad. There's nothing about her that inspires confidence. And I'm not one of those guys. Woman could never be the leader. I'm not that guy. I don't like her, and I don't like you, Barack. I don't like you. I'll admit, you got me back in 2008 with all that hope and change. I believed in you, and I voted for you that first time. But after 2 years of your presidency, I was like, no, this guy, he's full of it. He's full of malarkey. And I'm not saying what I really want to say about you, because I want other people to see this. And I know the games that YouTube plays. But after that first 2 years of your presidency, I was done with you. All that hope and change wasn't for nobody but the twinks. It was for the disco dancers. That's not me. That's not my demographic. In fact, that speech you just gave, you should have gave that to your demographic, because them the people you work for. You didn't do anything for Black American men. You didn't do anything for Hispanic men. You did stuff for people that had an alternative sexual lifestyle. So that's who you talk to. That's who you talk to, Barack. You talk to the people that you talk to your disco dancers and your toss salad gang. You talk to them guys, Man, you don't speak to me. Kamala Harris doesn't speak to me. The stuff that she wants to do and that she's already been doing, I don't agree with. That whole $25,000 voucher for a house, do you know how negatively that's going to impact the housing market? You know what's going to happen? You're talking about price gouging. Her proposal would increase inflation on housing. You don't need to give people a voucher. We need housing to be more affordable. She didn't talk jobs. That whole hope and change stuff, you got me once with that. Hope and change sound a whole lot like dreams and aspirations. It sounds like you wrote that bullshit for. Straight up. It sounds like you wrote it for. The people that wrote your stuff wrote hers. And from what I know about you, I'm seeing her with a less intelligent version and a less charismatic version, and I don't like it. It stinks to high heaven. With Trump as president, I put away a lot of money. I was in the military at the time, and all of that nonsense you implemented while you were in the 8 years you were in, Trump got rid of it. The military got better under Trump. I saw the changes. I was a senior NCO most of that time. I saw the changes. I saw that weird stuff you tried to implement. I was like, nah, man, this ain't cool. I think the bullshit you did with Ranger School, I didn't like it. I Still don't like it. I saw the thing where you opened up combat MOSs to female military members, which, okay, all right. I got no issue with that, but I have an issue with them not that the draft wasn't mandatory for women. I have an issue with that. You talk about fair. Why aren't women subject to selective service in the draft? And shout out to all the women that have volunteered service, but I have an issue with the ones that think that are sitting around voting and they're not obligated for selective services in the draft. And speaking of which, this dummy that we got running for the office of presidency now says that there is no law that obligates men, that takes away men's bodily autonomy, which I was like, what? You're going to be the commander-in-chief of all the military forces of the United States, and you don't know that if there's another war that pops off, that the U.S. military draft could be activated, and all men of the age of 18 and older have to register for select service in the draft. If they refuse, they could face prison time. You didn't know that? She didn't know that? This is why I'm voting for Trump. Because I know you guys are either stupid or full of it. We're not playing these games with you, man. All that stuff you talking, that's old hat. We were done with you in 2016. We were done with you. It was good riddance. I personally don't want to see you talk ever again. I could care less. If they had something going on in my town right now, and they say Barack Obama gonna be there, I'd be like, I pass. I don't want nothing to do with this dude. You're not king of the Negroes, guy. You're a cornball. Your message is for them zesty dudes. Your message is for the twinks. Your message ain't for me. I want nothing to do with you. So that's how we're going to play it, Barack. That's how we're going to play it. With the DNC bringing you out, all it showed me was that they're desperate. And I know they're desperate because I know you really didn't want to endorse Kamala. You wanted to have, and I'll give you that, you wanted to do you wanted to actually have a primary to let the people pick their candidate. I'll give you that. I'm cool with that. I agree with that. But what was done, where she was just appointed, I take issue with that. I take issue with them digging you up. So yeah, man. Yeah, and I take issue with you aiming your message at people like me. Guess what? You don't move nothing here. I know how heavily I got taxed under your presidency. I know how you kept the Patriot Act going. I know about the legal and administrative injustices your administration did. That's why we ain't cool, Barack. Your message, I don't give a shit about your message. Dude. You come this way, you're going to get folded up, buddy. I ain't your cook. Yeah. Yeah, I just said it. I ain't your cook, buddy. Yeah. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I wanted to talk about this clown, man, Barack Obama. Um, Bathhouse Barry. Yeah, we know about you. Yeah, we know what you was doing in them bathhouses. We know about you hanging out in Boys Town. We know about you. We know about that all of that vigorous support you got from Boys Town. Anyway, this is Mr. Royce, J. Royce Media, coming in to you guys with a short video. Do me a favor, like, share, subscribe. Get in the comment section. Trump 2024, make America great. I'm gonna put America first, and it's like that. We're gonna do it like that. Y'all take it easy, and I'll talk to you all in a little bit later.